Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of Chatterbox. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the stream and welcome to Chatterbox, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Guys, please, before I start, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and smash a like. If you could possibly do that for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. You're absolute legends. Let's get into the news, shall we? Manchester United transfers, ins and outs. Look, it's starting to heat up now. We've got about 1 week and a half, and not really anything has been done at the moment, has it? Nothing has been really set in stone. Nothing has been going on in regards to the transfer market. Nothing has been, you know what, 100%, has it, at the end of the day? It's all rumors at the end of the day. It is rumors, and I'm going to give you some more. I'm going to give you some more rumors, guys. Of course I am. I'm going to give you some more rumors. One of the rumors is a fella named Castello Lekeba. Castello Lekeba is an RB Leipzig player, plays as a centre-back. He plays for Lyon. He plays for Leipzig, excuse me, in France. He's got one cap for France, under 23. Good player. Someone you may not have heard about. He is a centre-back. He is a left footer. Another one that can play on the left side of the centre-back position. You know, playing at Leipzig at the moment, we all know about Leipzig's conveyor belt of young players that come through, don't we? So he's a good player. Another one who is on the conveyor belt, but you know what? He would set us back around 50 million euros, which is going to be a stumbling block. But Manchester United are hot on the heels of a left back at the moment, a left-sided centre-back and a left wing-back. I spoke about Gerald Hatto earlier on today, the Ajax player, of course, who can play left centre-back, can play left wing-back as well, guys. So, you know, I spoke about him earlier on as well as the Ecuadorian fella I spoke about earlier on as well. So Man United are looking for players that suit Ruben Amorim's system. It is very important that these players suit Ruben Amorim's system, and that means that they can be versatile. They can play as wingers, they can play as wing-backs, they can play as defenders. A bit like Dorgu. Dorgu played on the right midfield against Genoa earlier in the season when he was playing for Lecce, and that is important. In regards to Dorgu, of course, I spoke earlier. I spoke about it. I broke it, that he is also wanted by Napoli. It has since been announced by other journalists that he is wanted by Napoli. Man United are trying to sort out a deal between Napoli and Garnacho. In my opinion, I personally think that this Garnacho deal is going to drag on. It's causing a lot of delays in regards to our transfer window, of course, guys. So we're going to have to see what happens in regards to that. And if it does happen, then great. But you know what? I'm not an advocate for it. I don't want Garnacho to leave this football club. Absolutely not. I wouldn't like that, in my opinion. That wouldn't be great. But I'm not one of them guys who like to sell young players. I'm not one of them people who think we should sell young players, guys. Of course not. You know, we're becoming Everton. And I don't think we should become Everton, because Everton sell their best young players, don't they? They sell their best young players. And we don't sell our best young players at Manchester United. Absolutely not. We don't. And, you know, I don't want to become that team. I don't know about you, but I do not want to become that team, guys. Absolutely not. But when we look at things, I look at things from different angles. And we look at basically Marcus Rashford and Garnacho. I wouldn't be surprised, guys. I wouldn't be surprised that both of those players may stay at Manchester United. Both of those players may stay at Manchester United. So at the end of the day, it could possibly happen. They both stay at Manchester United. That could possibly happen as well. But I do believe Man United will get some transfers done. I believe they will get some players through the door. There are a number of players we are linked with. There's no smoke without fire, of course. When you're linked with a numerous amounts of players in the same position, it does basically equate to we're looking for a left back, left wing back at the moment. It does look like the main position that we're looking at the moment. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised, because we do need that, of course, guys. Big up, Darren. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Same here. Big up, Darren. Hope you're good, mate. Hope you're good. Of course, transfer window ends 3rd of February, 3rd of January. Kenny, 3rd of January. No, 3rd of February. Sorry, yeah, Kenny, 3rd of February. Yeah. Sorry, mate. Yeah, 3rd of February it does end. About 2 weeks, roughly about 2 weeks from today. 1.5 weeks, roughly. I think it's 2 weeks, isn't it? Absolutely. Exactly. Same. I wouldn't sell Garnacho at this time. Absolutely, Kenny. I don't think. Why would we sell him now? You know, we're not going to get anyone else in. Like, you know what? We're going to get a left back probably in. I believe we will. Whether that is Dorgo, whether that is Gerald Hatto, whether it's the players I've been talking about today. Of course, guys, I do believe we will get even a Lokeba. Lokeba, of course, of Leipzig will cost a lot of money. He is young, 22 years old. So I'm looking at that more in the summer. Castello Lokeba is on his way to become a French international, guys. Absolutely. A brilliant player. And maybe that's something we can revisit in the summer. But we do have a number of quality left wing backs that we are after. That's on the conveyor belt of our transfer wish list, of course, guys. Absolutely. Another player Manchester United are interested in is 25-year-old Nico Schlotterbeck. Nico Schlotterbeck plays for Borussia Dortmund. He is a centre-back, another left footer as well. And Man United definitely in for these type of players. He will set us back around 40 million euros, a little bit cheaper, of course, than Lukeba. But he will cost around 40 million euros. He comes from Borussia Dortmund. Nico Schlotterbeck. Keep that in mind. Nico Schlotterbeck is another one that Manchester United are interested in. And surprise, surprise, he is a left wing back, left back, of course, guys. Left centre back mainly, of course, guys. It does look like Man United are really pulling out all the stops to get a left back, to get a left wing back in there. I've spoken about 4 already today. I think it's 4 or 5 left wing backs Man United are after. And Dorgo is one of them. Of course, Dorgo is one of them. He's been on their transfer wish list since the summer. So I won't be surprised if Man United are revisiting that. They are in advanced talks with Lecce at the moment, but nothing is set in stone because many other teams want Dorgo. Dorgu has said, apparently, he wants to sign for Manchester United. I believe that when I see it. If that happens, I believe it when I see it, of course, guys, if that happens, of course. But I do hope he picks Manchester United, of course, guys, absolutely. We need a left wing back. It will help us a lot. It will help us in our quest to move up that table. And you know what? Not only that, it's the Europa League I'm worried about. I'm worried about the Europa League, of course, guys. UK, Sal, sorry, Sal, Dortmund and Ajax players avoid big time. One thing I would say about Dortmund players, Darren, is that we haven't had good luck with Dortmund players. We haven't. We had, obviously, Kagawa, who came from Borussia Dortmund. Of course, guys, we've had, obviously, what's his name? Armenian. What's his name? Armenian. Mkhitaryan. We had Mkhitaryan, who also came from Borussia Dortmund, who was a flop. We obviously had Sabitzer, who's at Borussia Dortmund. I wouldn't say Sabitzer was a flop. I thought Sabitzer did okay at Man United, if I'm being honest. He did all right. We've had a few that haven't really set the world alight, have we? You know, we don't really have any luck with that. In regards to Ajax players, yeah, I mean, I can't really think of any real Ajax players that's done. I mean, Licha Martinez, I mean, he's done all right. You know, I mean, he's done okay. He's done okay. He's okay. He's done all right. But I wouldn't think he set the world alight, of course, guys. Jadon Sancho, as Brian Foskett said, big up, Brian. Big up the legend, Brian. Good to see you back, brother. I hope you're doing well. Jadon Sancho was a big flop as well. Massive flop. And you know what? One thing I would say about Jadon Sancho is that I was a big advocate for Jadon Sancho. I was like, I love this guy, Jadon Sancho. I thought he would be the guy to take us forward. Obviously not, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. And he flopped big time, didn't he? And a big price tag as well, of course. A massive price tag as well, of course. Rashford is staying. I don't think Barca can afford his wages and payoff. Look, Rashford is a problem, Kenny. Rashford is a problem. We can't get these players off the books because of their wages. And this is to do with, obviously, Woodward and Murta of the past. And we gave out these astronomical wages. And now we can't get rid of them. And they have the power. They have the power to do what they want now. We can't force them players out of the door. Unfortunately, we can try it, but we can't force those players out the door, unfortunately. But you know what? We need to get rid of him. If I was Ineos, I would sit Rashford down and say, look, Rashford, look, Rashi, look, I'm going to tell you like this. If you go to AC Milan, if you go to Barcelona, you have more chance of playing football. Barcelona are interested in Marcus Rashford. The wages are a stumbling block. Barcelona are offering to pay a percentage of the wage. A bit like we're doing with Anthony. So it's a percentage of the wage. Barcelona won't pay the full wage. Man United will basically pay 3/4 of the wage, and Barcelona will pay the rest. Barcelona are trying to get rid of Fati. Of course, Fati was highly rated a few years ago, when he was 16, 17 years old. They're trying to get rid of him before they can bring anyone in because of FFP and obviously their fair play regulations. They're trying to get rid of some players before they bring in some players. AC Milan is now becoming a no-go because Kyle Walker is going to AC Milan. That is a no-go. So all our chips are in this basket in regards to Marcus Rashford going to Barcelona. And he wants to go to Barcelona. We've delayed the transfer of AC Milan. And you know what? You snooze, you lose at the end of the day. You snooze, you lose. And to be honest with you, it's sad one way that, you know what, we have to be speaking like this about our players. But you know what? Marcus Rashford has been a problem. I've been hearing a lot of things over the last 24 hours, a week about Marcus Rashford. Some of them will be absolute bombshells, guys. I'm telling you right now, the things I've heard about Marcus Rashford this last week or so have been absolutely incredible, guys. If I told you, goodness me, I can't even tell you because the things I've heard are going to come out in a newspaper, absolutely. And to be honest with you, I'm not that sort of guy who spreads rumors. When I've given my word, I won't spread any rumors. I won't do that. At the end of the day, it's not what I do, of course, guys. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely, Kenny. Big up, Jonathan David linked again. Yeah, Jonathan David could be a free transfer, GK, in December 2025. So if Man United can wait until 2025, maybe we can get Jonathan David through the door. He's got 170 odd goals for Lille at the end of the day. So, you know what? He's a good player, a very, very good player. And Man United have been interested in him before. Man United, he has been on Man United's wish list for about a year or so. As a Jonathan David, we've heard a lot about Jonathan David. But then again, you look at France and you say, is it going to be risky to bring in a player in from France? Would you say that? I don't know. But you know what? In my opinion, he's a great player. If we can get him on a free transfer, I mean, look, you know what? If his contract expires in December 2025, we've got a few months between that. So maybe we could strike a deal with the French club and maybe we can offer them like some money if we can get the deal pushed forward. You know, if we can get it pushed forward, so to speak, of course. Big up, Randy. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. Everyone else, big up, Randy. Hope everything is good with you, my friend. Good to see you, mate. Afternoon, everyone. I feel Victor is Amorim's favorite. Victor Gutierrez is Amorim's favorite, GK. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to flip-flop from what I said the other day. Man United do have a gentleman's agreement with Gutierrez. So don't be surprised if Gutierrez is one of those players that come through the door at Manchester United in the summer. He won't come now. He won't come now. He is already, in regards to a gentleman's agreement, he's already promised Sporting Lisbon that he won't go raiding for their players now. He will wait until the summer. I would say that Man United's priority position right now is a left wing back, because if you get a left wing back, right, you will have more balance to your team. And if you have more balance to your team, you'll create more chances and you'll score more goals. So I feel like Man United need to strike a balance with their team, and then we can obviously build around that. At the moment, our team is lopsided. It's all over the place at the moment. We're a team full of individuals. We're not a proper football team. We're just an individual football team. That's what we are at the end of the day. And what I would say is that, you know what, get a left wing back in, fix up the balance, and then I think we'll go forward there. I think we will improve, of course, guys. Absolutely. Kenny, Fan TV, big up, big up, big up. Big up, bro. Big up, Gutierrez. Big up, Late Night Fires. Big up, Jim. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. So how are you? I'm sorry, an angry play of our lack of ambition. Still, believe me, one in and maybe out, or maybe nothing at all. Really feel angry. Don't be surprised if nothing happens at all, Jim. Don't be surprised if nothing happens at all. If nothing happens at all, then we know like where the Glazers and Ineos are at the moment. We already know anyway, don't we? But I'm guessing that there will be one in and one out. That's what I'm guessing. Anthony has already left the football club, Jim. So Anthony has to be replaced because Anthony has left the football club. So Anthony has to be replaced, of course. We can't. Our squad is now weaker than it was a week ago. So we have to make sure that we replace Anthony. And we know what, at the end of the day, because we don't want any weaknesses in our squad, of course. Trying to be positive. How's your day, Sal? Your wife? All good, brother. All good. Thank you so much for asking. Hope yours is as well. How are you, brother? How are you feeling? Are you good? Hope you're good, mate. Good to see you back, brother. Hope you're doing good. Jim the Rat wants to sell Nacho and Chelsea. Absolutely, mate. And this is the whole problem that I'm having. Look, Chelsea sold us Mason Mount, who's cropped, right, for 55 million, who had a year left on his contract. And we're trying to sell Garnacho for 50 million. It doesn't make any sense, does it? 20-year-old who can improve, and it will come back to haunt us. Believe me, it will come back to haunt us. Garnacho has said if he has to leave, he wants to stay, by the way. If he has to leave, he wants to go to Chelsea. He wants to go to Chelsea, and he doesn't want to go to Napoli because he's good friends with Enzo Fernandez. So we're in danger of losing Garnacho to one of our major rivals, guys. One of our major rivals. And you know what? What's that going to do for us? What good is that going to do for us? Especially if he's not replaced. What good is that going to do for us? It's not going to do very good, is it? At the end of the day, guys. Absolutely. Big up, Ricardo Diaz. How you doing, brothers in arms? Big up, my brother. Hope you're doing well, friend. Hope you're good, brother. Hope everything is good and hope you're feeling fine. Thank you so much for joining me again, Ricardo. You looking good, guys. Looking good. Good people in here, in the house today, guys. Of course, guys. Brilliant. Of course, we got a late one. Of course, we got a Europa League this Thursday. I'll be doing a watch along 11:30 p.m. my time. It will be about 7:30 p.m. your time in the UK, wherever you are in the world, of course, guys. So, yeah, I'll be doing a watch along. And it'll be another late one for me. Hopefully, Glasgow Rangers won't pose too much of a threat, but I'm not holding my breath. I'm not holding my breath, and I'm not going to get overly excited for this one. I believe in the manager. I don't trust these players. That's what it is at the end of the day. UK Darren wants Garnacho to stay 100%. Me too, Darren. I don't think we should be selling our young players. We have a lot of players that should be gone before them. You know, Anthony's gone on loan. That's great. You know what? We got Luke Shaw, we got Tyron Malassi, we've got Casemiro, we got Rashford. These players need to leave the club before anyone else, before we start speaking about the Mainus and the Garnachos. The fact that these players are transfer listed is disappointing for me because at the end of the day, that goes to show you where our mentality is, what we're thinking about at the moment. You know what I mean? Jim, we are all good, Sal. Going to have a good therapy session tomorrow, heading up to the Gold Coast. Lovely. Australia's best tourist attractions and beaches, Sal. Looking forward to it, my family. Jim, you deserve it, brother. Hope you have a fantastic time, my friend. Big up, and I hope you enjoy yourself. Enjoy the relaxation. Do you drink, Jim? You know, if you do, you know what? Go out there, enjoy it. Enjoy it, mate. And much love to you, brother. Much love. Big up, everyone, of course. Big up, Kenny. Big up, my friend. 11 Amram's on the... We might as well. Guys, I want to bring this in really quickly. Of course, guys. I want to bring this in really quickly. This is very, very interesting, guys. It's very, very interesting that I read earlier, of course, guys. I read this earlier in regards to Ruben Amorim, guys. Ruben Amorim unleashed. I said it earlier in Breaking Dawn, of course, guys. I mentioned something similar to this, if you remember. Ruben Amorim unleashed a rage in dressing room after the Brighton defeat of biblical proportions. Tables were flipped over, chairs kicked, and every player was made aware that they either shape up or F off. This temper was so bad, tears were shed and players were silent. Tears were shed and players were silent, guys. Tears? Who's been crying, guys? Who do you think is crying in that dressing room? Come on, guys. Who do you think is crying in that dressing room? Tell me. Goodness me. That is very, very interesting. I did mention something like this. I didn't think it was that of proportion. Obviously, people are starting to mention it now. But you know what? I mentioned it this morning. I heard from sources that there was a big bust up in the dressing room. Tables going everywhere. Tables flying everywhere and whatnot, you know. And, you know, goodness me. I love this. I love this guy. I love Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim gets it. He gets it, doesn't he? He knows what this is all about. He knows what we need to do. He does, doesn't he, at the end of the day? He's such a good manager. And I feel lucky to have him as our manager, of course, guys. Absolutely. Definitely. Big up Rasta, what's going on, my friend? I sense a great disturbance and force. Absolutely. Let's see what happens, of course, guys. Let's go. Greeks are going. Beaches was indeed a relief therapy. Absolutely. I'm lucky I live right close to beaches in the UAE. Some lovely beaches over here, guys. Absolutely lovely beaches, of course. When you're here, shout me a whole lot. Let me know, guys. They can't sell the dead wood, so selling the youngsters. Exactly what I said, Darren, earlier on. I said it's not about who we should sell. We're selling the players we shouldn't. And how did I say it? You know, we're not selling the players we should. We're selling the players we can. We're not selling the players we should. We're selling the players we can. That's the overriding problem at Man United. We're selling the players we can, not the players we should. And that is sad, of course. I'm not a non-alcoholic, so I don't drink, but I'll be on my coffees. Big up, my friend. Big up, Jim. Absolutely. Good boy, mate. Good boy. You're better than me, Jim. You're better than me. Big up. No tears. Actually, there was tears. Big up, Ruben Amorim. There was tears. There was tears. I've heard. That much access for dressing room are reporters invisible. Are this reporters invisible? No. GK, I don't know if you've ever been down Old Trafford. I don't know if you've ever been down the tunnel. You can hear everything. You can hear everything. And sometimes the door's left ajar as well. Yeah. They deserve it. It's the rubbish. They should get it every single day. Absolutely. Absolutely. And this shows me what a strong manager Ruben Amorim is. This is what we want. What a strong manager this Ruben Amorim is, and I like that about him. These players need that, guys. These players need this. They need this discipline. Absolutely. Excuse me. The boss, big up Kamali. Absolutely. I love it. The more strict, the merrier. The more strict, the merrier. That's what I want. I want a strict manager. That's what I want, Sorry, I meant to say I sense a great disturbance in the force. They deserve it. I would take the captaincy from Bruno. If he doesn't improve with the captaincy, it's going to have to be... Look, I personally believe that the captaincy is a burden on Bruno. I think Bruno is feeling too much pressure with the captaincy. I think since he's had the captaincy, he hasn't been quite the player, has he? So one thing I would say is that I think it will be better for Man United. It would be better for Bruno if he loses the captaincy. I definitely feel that is, of course, guys. Of course, guys, I've been mentioning about a number of players today. Number one of those players was Jarrell Hato. Jarrell Hato is a left wing back, a left-sided centre-back, and a midfielder as well. A very versatile player who plays for Ajax. Of course, Man United don't have much luck when we sign Ajax players. Of course we don't. But he is a good player. And maybe there's a first time for everything, isn't there? There's a first time for everything. Maybe he comes to Man United and maybe he absolutely smashes it and becomes the player that we hope he will become, of course, guys. Absolutely. Ricardo, here in Portugal, it's called hard when the coaches argues with a player. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard in England as well, Ricardo. It's about being hard. You have to be, Ricardo. Ricardo, you can tell me as a Sporting Lisbon fan, has Ruben Amorim done this before? Has Ruben shouted so loud, thrown tables, thrown chairs and stuff like that? Has he done that before? Let me know. Let me know, Ricardo. I'll be interested to know if he's done that before. A Sporting Lisbon fan, of course. Big up, Danny B. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're all good, man. Glizinios, of course, Randy, absolutely, is lauding our club, sending it to the dogs. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. It isn't looking good, bruv. It worries me, Sal, starting to think that Rashford will stay. Gosh, that is just so bad. The power is in his hand, isn't it? And it's a way we've been run over the years, isn't it, Jim? We've been run so badly that we've been giving out contracts for nothing, like candy. We've been giving out contracts, even though these players haven't achieved nothing, haven't won anything of significance. I mean, like league titles and Champions Leagues, we're handing out contracts. I mean, it makes you wonder that, players like Phil Jones got, testimonials. Luke Shaw is close to I think Luke Shaw has to have a testimonial. He's been here 10 years. I think Luke Shaw is going to have a testimonial at the end of the season. Can you believe Luke Shaw having a testimonial at the end of the season? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hato is one best prospects in the world, Danny B. He is. Yes, very much so. I knew about Hato last year. He's a very good player, very versatile player. Very, very versatile. And there are a number of players like that, guys. I would urge you to look into him. Go and look on YouTube. He's already a Dutch international. Very good player. Very good. It doesn't mean he's going to be great for Man United, but you know what? The prospect is there that he can be a great player for Man United. The prospect is there, of course. The leaks in the roof at Old Trafford is criminal. The decay, absolutely, Randy. It shouldn't be left to that. That's why we have to move to our stadium, because we left our great stadium of Old Trafford to rot. We've left it. That's the Glazers. That's Glazonomics. And our stadium is a mess and it's beyond repair. And we have to move the stadium. And you know what? At the moment, I think just fix it. We need to fix the problems on the pitch firstly. I think Man United needs to fix the problems on the pitch before we think about 4 billion on a stadium complex. which will be full of hotels, full of everything, vanity project for Mr. Ineos. And you know what? There will be hotels there and apartments to make more money for Ineos. That's what's going to happen. You can already see it now. Ineos mortgages, Ineos rent, Ineos hotel. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be an Ineos complex, of course, guys. So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is that, we shouldn't be. I don't care if we play at Hackney Marshes right now, as I said earlier. I just want us to be good on the football pitch before we start thinking about building a new stadium. I really don't think that it should be a priority right now. 4 billion, guys, on a stadium when we haven't even got a good football team at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Sal, I hear Goldbridge saying something on Cunha from Wolves not signing a new contract. Do you think we will get him? Cunha is a player that Man United are interested in, Jim. Cunha, though, is wanted by the likes of Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, are all interested in Cunha. So, we got a tough battle on our hands in regards to him. He's a very good player, proven in the Premier League, always gives us problems. Hasn't been as good recently. Of course, Wolverhampton Wanderers, they lost yesterday, of course, to Chelsea. And good player. Good player. I mean, if we get rid of Garnacho, that's the sort of player we need to be looking at. Absolutely. He'll be good for Man United. But will he fit into the system? That's the key. Will he fit into the system? This is the whole thing, isn't it? Will he fit into the system? Shaw should retire. I agree. But he's not going to give up his wage, Danny B, isn't it? That's the thing, isn't it? He won't give up his wage. He won't give up his wage. He wants that money. He loves the money too much. He's got to stop signing contracts. And then again, he needs to stop being offered contracts first. Do you know what I mean? He needs to stop being offered contracts. But he does need to stop signing contracts. Absolutely, definitely. No club would have kept players like Luke Shaw that long from days. Absolutely not. And this is why we needed the full sale. If we had a full sale, his contract would have been paid off and he'd be out the door. That's what would have happened. Unfortunately, it is what it is. We've got Ineos and they can't afford to pay off his wages, of course. Everybody buying, we window shopping. Man, you're a window shopper. Mad at me. I think I know why. Man, you're a window shopper. Absolutely, Man United are window shoppers. They're not really. Man United do have these players on their list. They're not going to sign all the players, but just be a little bit patient. I told you Man United will sign a player. At least a player. Man United, look, Anthony is gone. Right, that's one thing. He's on loan, I know. No obligation to buy, I know. But he's at the football club. We will get others at the football club, we hope. But Man United have to replace Anthony, Randy. Man United have to replace Anthony, and Man United will replace Anthony. Man United will get another player in there. Whether it's a left wing back, left side, centre back, midfielder, striker, whatever it is, Man United will get some players in there. If not, I will eat this microphone. I will eat this microphone, guys. This microphone here. Yes, I will eat in this microphone. Absolutely. There you go. No, don't hold me to that, guys. Don't hold me to that. Man City already made 3 signings because Man City are run well. Man City are run by the Emirates. Man City are run by Emirates. Man City are run by Abu Dhabi. And I live in Abu Dhabi, so I know how they do things over here. And they run by a much better entity than, they love spending money, and that's what they do, of course. Jim, I would not give a testimonial match to Shaw, any one of these seniors. There's no legends. They're not nobody when they have achieved nothing big. Absolutely. To me, the legend means a winner's medal. Absolutely, mate. I agree, bruv. I agree. Absolutely spot on, my man. Absolutely spot on. Darren, United must have sold one of their leaky roofs to Liverpool. They had. Oh, yeah. Did you see that, Darren? Their roof was leaking as well. You know what? They're no one to talk. They just revamped their stadium. And their stadium's already leaking, for crying out loud. They can't talk to us, Liverpool. They got rats. Absolutely. GK, the legislation was sponsored by Brooks and made about 500 million in state funds available to the stadium project and the government. We're taking money from the government as well, which is crazy. Let me retire. Give him the job in the canteen, flipping burgers. Absolutely. Mate, he'll eat all the burgers, Danny B. Danny B, he'll eat all the burgers. No, I don't want to be out of order. I don't want to fat shame in that. No, yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, we need to get rid of these players fast, because at the end of the day, we're carrying these players, isn't it? We're carrying these players, and we need to stop carrying these players. You know what I mean? Jim, Sal, just a general question. If you were a Man United player and the manager told you you're not good enough, you have to go, what would you do? If it's me, I would leave to get... It depends on the person. Jim, you're a different person, isn't it? At the end of the day, I would go and get first team football. That's what I would do. I won't cling on. I know some people, that they would stay because of the money. It depends. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I won't go to a much smaller club. I would like to go to a bigger club, but I wouldn't be fussy like Marcus Rashford. For example, if I was in Marcus Rashford's shoes right now, I'll go to AC Milan. I think AC Milan are a fantastic club. Why not bring AC Milan back to the top of the league? Why not? Isn't that an incentive? Go to AC Milan and bring them back to the top of the league. That would be brilliant, isn't it? At the end of the day, guys, absolutely. So, yeah, Manchester United are interested in them. Manchester United are also interested in Gutierrez as well. Manchester United have a gentleman's agreement, of course, as I mentioned a few years ago, in regards to Gutierrez. But Man United do face competition from Arsenal. Arsenal do need a striker, of course, guys. But Man United are interested in Gutierrez, Cunha, Hinsapi, if you know Hinsapai, another player. We are interested in Lukeba. We are interested in Jarrell Hatto. Schlotterbeck as well is Man United are interested in, of course, guys. Another one, Kirkes, Dorgu. These players, kind of players Man United are interested in. No, we're not going to get all of them, but many of these players Man United are interested in, of course, guys. Absolutely. And there you go. I don't want to see Rashford or Shaw anywhere near the first team and send them to play in the under-16s. Matter of fact, send them out the door. I wish we could, Rasta. I wish we could just get rid of their contracts. Unfortunately, we have to pay off their contract. And because we're run by Fraud Watch, we can't pay off their contract because we have no money. We have no money. As they keep telling us that we have no money. Do you know what I mean? They keep telling us we got nothing. We got nothing, no Skrilla. This inflated transfer market prices will stop someday 70 million to 110 to 120. Yep. Unless it just crashes. Unless it crashes and it drops completely down. Unless that happens, of course, guys. Unless it crashes, of course. Ruben Amorim, honest as always. He always defends the players, but they have to do the minimum, and it seems like they're not doing it. He said, I am not naive. And you know what? That's why he said this is the worst Man United team of all time. That's why he said that. You know what? I'm happy about that. I'm delighted about that, Ricardo. I'm glad he told them, because at the end of the day, you know what? They could take that two ways. They can cry about it. They could throw the manager under the bus, or they can say, no, we're not, and I'm going to prove the manager wrong. Maybe they can. I mean, that would be nice if they did that. But my opinion is that they're not going to do that. They're just going to cry about it. A lot of those players are crybabies. They don't look at themselves in the mirror and say, look, I was wrong. Look at Bruno, for example. Bruno has been poor for a long time, but he doesn't look at himself in the mirror. He keeps talking about everyone else. He needs to improve. As the captain, he needs to improve. The whole team needs to improve. Because at the end of the day, your captain is the one who leads the troops, isn't it? He needs to improve, of course, guys. Sorry, Shaw, just joking. I know you're joking, Randy. Big up, Rand. Liverpool got the rats low, wish they had the rats. But wherever I mean, I'm not going to sing that song, otherwise I'll be in very big trouble. Could be worse, could be Scouse eating rats in your council house. That's the last bit of it. That's just the last bit of it. I'm not singing the first bit of it. I'm singing the last bit of it, of course, guys. Absolutely. So Rumours FC, yeah. Sal, absolutely, mate, absolutely. Window shopping, but just don't buy. We are the biggest club on the planet, sitting in 15th in the league. Yeah, it's mad. We are the most underachieving big club in the world, I think, Randy. The most underachieving big club in the world. Where we are, how rich we are, where we come from, we're the most underachieving rich club in the world. I'm so annoyed hearing about Rashford. He is the worst number 10 in the club's history. Yeah, well, first teamer, definitely, yeah. I mean, in regards to, I wouldn't say absolutely the worst, but what I would say is that in regards to problems as a package, as a whole, Marcus Rashford as a box, signed, sealed, delivered, Stevie Wonder, I would say that he's probably the worst, yeah. In regards to everything added on top, I think he probably is the worst, definitely. Absolutely. Spinios FC, big spender. Start spreading the news. We're not signing anyone today because Ineos want to be a part of it. No signings, no signings. Absolutely no. They want to be a part of it, but they're not a part of it. And we walk away. That's what we do at the end of the day. Absolutely. Big up, big up. Ricardo, if that reaction in the locker room was true, I think it's good. You have to be proud. And there's no inspiration. There's attitude. Players like Casemiro and Eriksen definitely didn't. No, they didn't cry. They didn't play, Ricardo. They didn't play. I think it might have been one of the younger players. I don't know. It could have been someone. it's no harm in crying, Ricardo. Doesn't mean you're any less of a man just because you cry. Basically, maybe some of these players want to win, but they just can't win. Maybe just feel like, they're not good enough. Maybe they're trying and they can't. Maybe they can't just get it over the line. Maybe they just can't do it. Do you know what I mean? At the end, they can't do they just can't pick it up, and they're afraid of their futures at Man United. At the end of the day, I swear down, Sal. Thursday's game in the last straw for me. And speaking of Bruno, weak mentality that we should be beating Glasgow Rangers. No excuses there. Glasgow Rangers are a big club in Scotland. They have a good fan base, but they have championship players, guys. Championship players. Man United should be able to beat Glasgow Rangers. I mean, I know I'm saying this. I don't want to sound arrogant and that, but they should be able to beat Glasgow Rangers, of course, in my opinion. Rashford, Gary Birtles. Big up, UK, Darren. If there was one other big club 15th in a position, they would be busy buying players, improving their team. We are thinking FC. I'll get back to you later, FC United FC. That's what it is. Yeah, absolutely. No value in the market, FC. You know what? We're not overpaying. We won't be held to ransom, FC. We've had all those things, of course, happen to nicknames, of course, at Man United, of course. Absolutely. We must get rid of the rats out, Glazinios. Big up, Ricardo. Big up, Stephanie. What's going on? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining back, Steph. I hope you're good, my friend. I hope you're good. Absolutely. 13th. We are 13th. Mad, isn't it, Rasta? When you think about it. If someone told me in 2013, coincidentally 13, if someone told me in 2013, Sal, in 2025, Man United will be 13th, and Man United will be 12 years almost without a title, I would have said you are having a laugh. I would have said you are absolutely on that stuff, mate, because that's not going to happen. And lo and behold, here we are, of course, guys. Here we are, of course. Can't believe it. Some asked us what is one of your most expensive signings performing like. Absolutely. Mad, isn't it? We spent money. Absolutely. We spent money. We must swallow our pride and ask Liverpool how to get rid of the owners. You know how to do it, Randy. The fans have to unite, and Liverpool don't take anything. But look, Randy, look. We have the worst ownership in football. Far worse than Liverpool. Far worse than Liverpool. These Glazers don't care. As I said, never paint anyone with the same brush. Never paint everyone with the same brush. These Glazers, if Glazers were at Liverpool, if Glazers were at Chelsea, they'll still be there. They'll still be there. It's nothing to do with Man United. It's nothing to do with us. It's nothing to do with the way Liverpool did things. They didn't really do much, at the end of the day. It is about the Glazers. The Glazers will cling on. They're not doing anything. They're sitting in Miami. They're not going to leave this football club. And if they were at Liverpool, they wouldn't have left that football club. They wouldn't have done that. But we have the worst ownership in football. Big up, Stephanie. 35 likes. Can we get to 40 likes by the end of the show, guys? Come on. Let's do it. Come on, let's get to 40 likes. Yo, what's up, Sal? Big up, Bilal. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Sal, what's the news about? I saw the marriage of Miko Schlotterbeck. Don't know how to spell his name. I came running when he is linked. Yes. You don't know how to spell it. Miko Schlotterbeck. Let's spell Schlotterbeck. 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 Absolutely. Manchester United are interested in Schlotterbeck, of course. Man United are looking for a left back, a left-sided centre-back. He is a left back, can play left wing as well. Left wing back, of course, plays for Borussia Dortmund. Problem is, at the moment, it will cost around 40 million euros. Of course, his market value is 40 million euros. Mr. Schlotterbeck. Another left back that Man United are interested in. It does look like Man United, the next signing for Man United will be a left back. It does look that way, if I'm being honest with you. I'm guessing Man United are going to get a left wing back this window. I'm guessing we're going to get a left wing back this window. It does look like a distinct possibility that could happen, of course, guys. He has 18 caps for Germany. He is a highly, highly rated player, guys. His contract, of course, runs out in 2028. I believe it's 2028, if I'm not mistaken. So it's why 2027 his contract expires, excuse me. That is why, he will cost a little bit of money. because obviously we still got a few years left on the contract. Robert Schneider is his agent. Robert Schneider is a very famous agent, of course, in Germany. Robert Schneider, of course, has been around the block. If you know about Robert Schneider, of course, guys, he has been around the block quite a lot in regards to that. And yeah, a very, very capable agent. And we'll be speaking to him, of course. Let's get back into the comments, guys. Let's see where we were. Absolutely. Jim, big up, Sal. Love Stretford Post. Love you, brother. That's the one positive thing. You are and I are the fans. We are united. Big up, Jim. You know what, Jim? We're going to be in this for the long run, my friend. And we will get to the success. We will get to the promised land by hook or by crook, brother. We will get there by hook or by crook. Absolutely. We will get to the top. Don't worry. We'll get back there. I'm certain of it. It will be painful. We will have bad days. We will suffer. Ruben Amorim said that we're going to suffer. But you know one thing I would say? Don't give up. Don't give up. Who's saying that song? Because you have friends. Do you remember that? Do you remember that video of that song? Don't give up because you have friends. Don't give up. You're not the only one. And they're hugging all the way around. Don't give up. I'm not giving up. Are you giving up? I'm definitely not giving up. No way am I giving up, guys. Absolutely not. Never going to give up. Never going to give up. Never going to go. Absolutely. Love you too, brother. Thank you so much, Jim. Big up, Jim, the legend, of course. Absolutely. Goodness me. I feel like I've known Jim for years. United lost 14 Premier League games last season. We have already lost 10 out of 22. And Stephanie, we're not going to lose another. We're not going to lose another. Come on. No, we are. Look, I'm being serious. Look, guys. Man United need to move up that league and just guarantee survival. That's what we need to do at the end of the day. Because if we don't guarantee survival, you know what? We are in problems. We're going to get relegated. And I don't think Man United will get relegated. But you know what? We have to play it serious. We have to take this very seriously, guys. We really do. We have to take what Man United are doing very, very seriously, of course. So, yeah. It's sad where we are. I never thought I'd be talking like this in regards to Man United, in regards to relegation. I think not even mentioned in the same sentence. You know, great club like ours, of course. You would have done pilgrim to Mecca City. Now staying in Abu Dhabi. You know what they say about Mecca, GK? If you can't look after everyone around you, you can't go to Mecca. You have to look after your neighbor first. Many people go to Mecca. They don't look after their neighbor. Hopefully, I'll be able to very soon. How do you know I haven't, GK? But yeah, I don't broadcast it around the world, those sort of things, of course, GK. But yeah, look after your neighbor. Make sure you give, obviously, zakat and stuff, and make sure you look after people, because that is what it's all about at the end of the day. Be kind to people. Be good to people. And you know what? You know human beings, right? And I've said this many times, but I'm going to say it to you again. Human beings prosper with kindness. You know, human beings win with kindness. You know, that is what I believe. I believe that 100%, of course. Ricardo, Casemiro and Eriksen didn't play, but were in the locker room. Crying or screaming is synonymous with reaction. It must be a Robert Ammon's intention. There was a reaction. There was a crying someone, Ricardo. I've heard from a very reliable source. Someone was crying. I don't know who it is, but someone was. And it wasn't Eriksen or Casemiro, because they'll have a more deeper cry. They have a deeper cry. It was someone with a more of a high pitch cry. It was someone with a more high pitch cry. Who is the crybaby in the house, guys? Personally, I don't know. Absolutely. Glazers milking the cash cows remotely. They don't care about the club and the money. Absolutely, Stephanie. And we were cursed to get the Glazers into this football club. We were cursed to get these Glazers into the football club. We could have got anyone into this football club, and we got the bloody Glazers, didn't we? At the end of the day, we could have had bloody Barney the dinosaur, would have been better than the Glazers, for goodness sake. You know what I mean? Crying out loud. My goodness me. Any more spin on that Garnacho deal? Did he go to Dortmund? No, he's not gone anywhere yet. But I'm playing that by ear. I'm hearing that, you know what, we're very interested in Garnacho, but you know what, I'm hearing a lot of things at the end of the day, you know, but we are interested in Garnacho. I don't think he's going to go to Borussia Dortmund, at least I hope he doesn't. It looks like that deal will be done in the summer. So if Garnacho leaves, it will be done in the summer, in my opinion, what I'm hearing, of course, guys. Absolutely. Big up, Barman. What's going on? Big up the Canada Massive. Hope you're doing well. Big up yourself. Hope you're good, my friend. Hope you're good. Absolutely. We like everyone. Absolutely, Randy. Absolutely. I like everyone. Some people, anyway. Some person annoyed me yesterday, but I had to block them. Those of you who are here, Jim was here. I had to block them. He was acting like an absolute prat, right? He's saying that because he was comparing Rashford to Garnacho. And I said, you can't compare Rashford to Garnacho. It's completely different. You know, you're talking about a 20-year-old and a 27-year-old. You know, you're talking about someone who gives 100% on the pitch, even though people don't rate him. Some people don't, I do, but some people don't. He gives 100% every day, every week. He's there, 100%. He doesn't go to Belfast for 48 hours for a game. He doesn't swear at fans. He doesn't, you know, cry in the media when he says, I don't talk to the media, but he does and contradicts himself. I've heard a lot of bad stories about Marcus Rashford this last 2 weeks. I've spoken to someone very, very high up. And there's some crazy things that I heard, guys, that, you know what, if I told you guys, and I know I keep saying this, but if I told you guys, you'll be like, what? Unbelievable. Jim, if United get relegated, I know they won't. Just saying, if it is, everything is possible, Jim. Maybe Glazers might leave. They won't leave. You know why they won't leave, Jim? Because Old Trafford would be full up to the rafters. Old Trafford would be full up. The shirts would still be sold. Man United will still make money. The only money that we'll be losing is the Premier League money. And all the Glazers are going to do, Jim, all the Glazers are going to do is sell players. That's all they're going to do to compensate for the money they'll lose in the Premier League. They're just going to sell players. That's what they're going to do. That's why it is very, very important that Man United do not get relegated, because it's not a foregone conclusion that we're going to come straight back up either. You know, that championship is difficult. Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, Wednesday nights, it's difficult. Do you know what I mean? So I hope that doesn't happen. I think it won't happen. But in life, it's, you know what? Anything can happen in life, isn't it? At the end of the day, you have to say, of course. Barman, the more left backs linked to lower the price. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's good. And also, if we don't get one left back, we're already prepared for the next left back. And we can get another left back. We can get a left wing back. If we don't get that one, we go after that one. We don't get that one, we go after that. It's a bit like Jared Branthwaite in the summer. Jared Branthwaite was severely overpriced. So Man United weren't successful in getting Jared Branthwaite. So they got Euro, the next on the list. And that is what they're planning to do. I like that idea. I do like that kind of mentality that, you know, we're prepared for the worst case scenario. But the only worry I'm having, we've got 2 weeks till this transfer window ends. And you know what? I think things can happen. I think it will happen. I think Man United will leave it to the last minute. I think there'll be a lot of disgruntled Man United fans out there. But you know what? We just have to remain on our seats until the window is closed. And then we'll see what happens from there, of course, guys. I really do hope that we get some good news very soon. I'm hearing we're going to get a here we go very soon, guys. We had one in regards to players out, in regards to Anthony. We need more solid ones, guys. Solida. We need. Big up, Stephanie. Big up, Danny B. Big up, everyone. Of course, the legends are in the house today. Of course, at least one left back. Absolutely, Ricardo. Ricardo, stop being so greedy. You need to give us some of those Sporting Lisbon players, mate. Stop being so greedy, brother. You need to give us some of those Sporting Lisbon players. Absolutely, that's what you need. Absolutely. Don't stop believing. Don't stop believing. Guys, speaking of don't stop believing by the Journey. We remade that song. I remade that song. Guys, have a look at this. Have a look at this song. Right, I want you to look at this song, guys. Right? It's I want you to look at it, right? And I want you to understand something, right? I want you to understand something, you know. And to be honest with you, hold on. So. This is a song by my brother. And I want, guys, when you have a chance, check out my brother's music. It is Reds, REDZZ. Here's a song here. You might like it. Funny enough, you mentioned that. You might like it. Have a look at it when you get a chance, guys. Have a look at it. Never Give Up by John Cena. Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles for John Cena. Fruity Pebbles for John Cena. Of course, guys, absolutely. Looking forward to the Royal Rumble, guys. Who's looking forward to the Royal Rumble? It is now on Netflix. Who's going to win the Royal Rumble? I'm telling you right now who's going to win the Royal Rumble, guys. The Royal Rumble will be won by CM Punk. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. He's going to achieve his dream. CM Punk is going to win the Royal Rumble. That is what's going to happen, guys. Absolutely. Sorry to go off topic. Of course, guys. Only way to get rid of the Glazers is winning the championship next season, even if we get rid of a lot of dead wood. They're not going to go, Randy. No. We'll still make a similar amount of money. That's what's going to happen. We'll make money, they'll stay. They won't leave. In fact, they'll probably stay even longer. They'll be able to sell a number of players and say, well, we're in the championship, you know, we can't keep these players on these wages. We're going to have to sell these players and blah, blah, blah. It's going to be difficult. I wouldn't wish that relegation on anyone. It's difficult. Amorim is the most truthful manager. Unfortunately, Fergie started having the way for the Glazers the last days. All to do with horses, isn't it? Horses for courses. At the end of the day, it was Glazers and the horse. Of course, Rupert Murdoch and all that. One thing I would say is that, yeah, it was a very, very bad thing that he did. Obviously, he couldn't have foreseen exactly what was happening. But you know what? Man United was self-sustainable. Man United didn't need anyone to buy us out, you know. And we got the worst owners in football history, in my opinion. And, you know, that is because of Alex Ferguson. But I'll never throw Alex Ferguson under the bus because Alex Ferguson obviously is what Alex Ferguson has done in my memory as a Man United fan. I will be forever grateful what he's done as a Man United, me as a Man United fan. He's been, you know, absolutely phenomenal, you know, and he's done absolutely amazing things for this football club. And I'll never forget what he's done at his football club, of course, you know. And but obviously he made mistakes. Transfers as well. He made transfers out. He made a few mistakes as well, guys. Keep liking. Thank you so much, Stephanie. You're the legend. You're the legend. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. Big up this channel. Like Amorim, smash the dressing room. Back to the Amorim manager. Come on. Now, what are these players going to do against Rangers now? They're going to win against Rangers because they've had a table in their head already. They don't want another table. This isn't the Dudley boys. They don't want another table. People we put through tables, ladders, and chairs. You know what I mean? You know, I know it's the Royal Rumble and all that, but you know what? We don't want any tables, ladders, and chairs, guys, because that is what's going on in the Man United dressing room right now. You know what I mean? People crying and all sorts. You know what I mean? Emotional wrecks, a lot of them. Can you imagine emotional wreck? Absolutely. 40 likes. Come on, guys. We got to 40. Can we get to 41? Come on, guys. Can we get to 41? Big up, big up. Jim, I feel like I know you for years too, Sal. I never thought I'd say the day when we were 14th, we would get back to number one. Never giving up. I'm a fighter. You know what, Jim? I would say this, yeah, and absolutely respect. And I would say that we will get back to where we want to be, and we will be. But we have to be, obviously, take this pain. My main aim now is just to get a decent position in the league and just make sure we start winning some games and move up that table, starting with Fulham on Sunday. You know, we got Rangers, of course, we need to win that on Thursday, but we do need to beat Fulham on Sunday. That is a hard game as well. Fulham are doing tremendously well, but I want to see the character of these players. You know, they had tables thrown at them, whatnot, chairs, whatever it was. And I want to see this team now prove to me, prove to you that we got that what it takes to respond. You know, they got shouted at, you know, on Thursday. So on the weekend. So, you know what I mean? Prove us wrong. Prove you're not the worst team in the history of Man United. Go out there and show us that you're not the worst team in history of Man United. Because one thing I would say to these Man United players, you can go toe-to-toe with Liverpool. You can go toe-to-toe with Man City. You can go with toe-to-toe with Arsenal with 10 men and a referee against you. But when you play Southampton, when you play, you know, the likes of Brighton, you know, you're nowhere to be seen. You know what I mean? You're nowhere to be seen. It's ridiculous at the end of the day. Mad. I mean, I can't put my finger on it. Absolutely not. One of the most dangerous jobs in the world, being an MU coach. Absolutely. It's bad for your mental health. Oh, my goodness. Can you imagine? I mean, I can see Ruben Amorim's grey hairs growing as we're going. His grey hairs are growing as we're speaking. That's what's happening. Absolutely. Right. Big up Ricardo Diaz. Big up everyone, of course. Big up everyone in the chat. There is no news about Ignacio here. Ignacio's staying at Sporting Lisbon for the time being, guys. He's at Sporting Lisbon for the time being. He will remain at Sporting Lisbon for the time being, of course, guys. And we'll see what happens in regards to that, guys. Guys, it's been a splendid show. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. And please don't forget to smash a like on the video. It's been absolutely brilliant. It's flown by. But you know what, guys? Until the end of the window, I'm not going to moan. I'm going to wait. Because I don't want egg on my face. I'm sure you don't want egg on your face. It's not a good look. We all don't want egg on our face. So what I would do is wait until the window closes, and wait, if we don't sign any players, then we can let loose on this stream, and we can do you treat me as a punch bag, whatever you want to do. We will let loose on this stream, guys. Of course, guys. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Sal Warner. This is Chatterbox, of course. Don't forget to join me tomorrow morning if nothing else breaks for Breaking Dawn. I will be here live, of course, guys. But if anything breaks, I will also be live for Sal Reacts, of course, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Have a splendid evening, morning, night, wherever you are in the world. Take it easy. Peace.